So, Rob,
Yes.
what is our first main topic today?
Well, I think I sense a theme here, John. Lucas Reid writes in and says, "Hey, John and Rob, did you guys have a chance to see that James Bond's No Time to Die has managed to have a bigger opening night than Spectre did in a pandemic? Does this affect your overall box office expectations for the movie? And can it be a bigger success than we thought? Thanks." Well, John, I mean, it's really funny. I wondered if this movie even existed at one point. I mean, I bought tickets for it back in April of 2020. I had my favorite.
I remember
tickets.
You did, yes.
Dude, I had my favorite tickets in my favorite theater. Well, the theater that I bought them in, while it's still there, has been closed.
Yeah.
Who knows if it will ever open? And I wondered perhaps this movie just never got made. It was vaporware. But now it had its premiere over the last couple weeks, especially the last week. That if you go on YouTube, my God, how many clips are there of Daniel Craig talking to whatever interviewer wants to talk to him? We should have asked him to be on our show. Probably would have said, sure, I'll be here. But it's everywhere. There's people are digging the movie. They had a huge premiere in England. It's arrived, John. It's Daniel Craig's last Bond film, but my God, it's the longest Bond film ever made. I am deliriously excited about seeing it, which I see on Wednesday in IMAX. I think it's gonna be huge. And this is the most expensive film that was held over because of the pandemic. So there's a lot at stake. People have talked about it has to make $900 million to break even. I don't know if it's going to do that. But according to Cinema Blend, No Time to Die had its first day in UK cinemas. And it looks like 007 will be serving up, I love this, a lot of martinis on the house tonight. The 25th James Bond film will make a reported $6.2 million to $6.8 million in its first day alone between midnight Wednesday and Thursday showings in the United Kingdom per deadline. This places No Time to Die above 2015 Spectre by 13% and below 2012 Skyfall, which, by the way, was the only James Bond film to join the $1 billion club, which came out on Friday by just 26%. I think this is great news. And the movie's the longest Bond film ever, so there's less showings per day. And John, I think this movie's going to be huge. What do you think?
Again, I thought Bond would do well, considering the context of the pandemic, the global situation. Yeah. There are still countries without their movie theaters open, as a matter of fact, and all that kind of stuff. I thought there might be a little bit of lag because of the fact that it was supposed to come out several times before. We've had to wait over a year for it. Would that build anticipation, or would that make people go, oh, that movie never came out yet? That sort of thing. So much like the Venom box office results, Rob, I got to tell you, I'm surprised. Like the biggest number here to me is the fact that it made more money on its debut night in the UK, because it's not open here yet, but on its debut night in the UK than the last Bond film that wasn't under a pandemic situation did. And that last Bond film, Spectre, was coming off of a very popular and successful Bond film. And yet this thing did pretty well. So, I mean, where I was worried that the long delay would kill some enthusiasm for it, I think what's becoming apparent is that it just built up anticipation. Now, the question will then become, how will this movie do here? How will this movie perform on our shores? How will this movie be at the box office in North America? That is another question altogether.
Yeah.
Will that translate over? But I'm telling you what, Rob, if you put your finger on the pulse and you start looking at the amount of online conversation, you start seeing the comments that are coming in, you start hearing and looking at the number of questions that are coming regarding Bond and all that kind of stuff. I am now starting to believe that. Now, I don't think I had a solid number for what I thought Bond would open at, but whatever it was, I'm starting to think it might be a little bit bigger than what I thought, because you pointed out, Rob, not only did it do well in the opening nights in the UK, but it's getting solid critic reviews. Again, not as good as Skyfall or Casino Royale, but it's getting solid reviews. The fans seem to really like it and enjoy it. And that's kind of the key thing here. So good on James Bond, good on Daniel Craig for his swan song as Bond. Question is for you guys, what do you think about this? Do you think this might just be an anomaly, or do you think this could be a sign of things to come when it does open here in North America as well? Are you looking forward to James Bond, No Time to Die? Whatever your guys' thoughts are, jump down into the comments section below and leave them there.